So thank you so much for coming. Tonight is our first Lite Night. It's Lite Night 2019, and this is a little idea that my hubby and I had. We were thinking about all of the people we know that do amazing work and how some of them tend to fly below the radar because they don't talk a lot about what they do, but yet their work is super important. Ryan, there's 2 seats up here if you guys want to come here. Yeah, come on. Their work is super important, and sometimes the people doing the most important work are not seen or heard, and except for the lives that they're impacting. And so we thought about this, and we decided to do this little event with the help of some friends, just to honor some of the people that we think are doing that. And I'm really excited to have a husband who supports my crazy ideas and makes them possible. So a big thank you to my husband, Gary Ibarra. When someone asked us, he said, I am the string to her balloon. And that is the truth. I am the colorful one that floats off into space if I am not tied down and tethered to something that lands. And he is the man that keeps me stable and sane and makes my life actually matter. So thank you. Thank you for being here. So a little history on Lite Night. When we sat and thought about what we wanted to call the night, we decided to call it Lite Night. He said, why don't you do an acronym? I was like, that's a great idea. He always has great ideas. That's another reason I love him. But tonight, what it's about is it's a community celebration to showcase individuals who lead by example with their love, their integrity, their talent, and their empathy. And everybody you're going to see tonight, they exhibit all of those traits and many, many more. So thank you for being here to help us honor them. We have some corporate sponsors who made tonight possible. Gem Life Financial, my husband's company, is one of them. We All of Pasadena stepped up and has some great prize packs they're giving out to our nominees. The Women's City Club of Pasadena, of course, this beautiful location where you are. This historic home has been here since the early 1900s, and it's a very special place. I'm sure you can always already feel that, but it's a lovely place to host events, and we're so grateful to them for hosting us tonight. Jeff Gold Music, who's playing music on the way in, and will be playing in our reception after. Yay! Michael Whitehurst Photography. Fantastic. He has a gift for doing that. And then, of course, my little company, Forrestall Consulting. Thank you for being here. So, as I said, all of our nominees tonight have demonstrated and continue to demonstrate in their life love, integrity, talent, and empathy. And I'm going to ask my Vanna, Melissa, to come up here and help me tonight to give out these awards. We're going to keep the ceremony short because really tonight is about celebration. We want you to celebrate all of these beautiful people. We want you to eat all of the cupcakes because I surely can't take them home. And we want you to enjoy the music and that. So we're going to keep this ceremony short, but I think it's important to call out these people. Our first nominee tonight is Pietro Rosetti, and I hope that I'm saying this correctly. Officer of FVO Solutions. He's extremely passionate about empowering individuals with disabilities to achieve their true potential and to reach their goals. FVO Solutions helps to train and place them in local jobs, and they hire them with their profit endeavor. So FVO has a nonprofit side that trains and does some other things, but they also have a for-profit side that actually hires a lot of the people that they train and give them jobs and give them work. They're an amazing organization. Pietro has had a lot of success with that. But beyond that, there are 2 words that come to mind with Pietro. One of them is humility. This man is humble, he's kind, and every time we've met together, he's been all about collaboration and teamwork. And that means a lot to me. When we meet together, he doesn't just talk about his nonprofit or his work, but he's always looking to find ways to work with other people. And that's something that I felt about him from the very beginning, was his genuineness, his humility about his work, and his spirit of teamwork and cooperation. He's kind and humble, and he believes that everyone should succeed. And for that, I would like to honor him tonight. Thank you for your work. Our second nominee tonight is Tiffany Goodwin-Van. She has Tiffany and and I met at a social media workshop that I did, and I knew immediately that I wanted to be her friend. 2 words come to mind with Tiffany, that is driven and passionate. Tiffany was a single mom at one point in her life. Sorry guys, I'm gonna get emotional tonight because I love these people. At one point in her life, she was struggling to make it work as a single mom. She knows what it's like to be in tough times and to be responsible for someone else. And she took her passion and she turned it into her life work, and now she works with Elisabeth House, which is an amazing organization right here in Pasadena. She's a moneymaker, she's a resource gatherer, because she is a defender of the women who need her. And she's gone out to this organization and she's done some incredible things. She has increased the revenue of their fall women's event by over 100%. She surpassed the grant goal last year by $200,000. She's increased the number of gala guests this year by at least 25%, increased the revenue. She knows how to bring in resources, and she does it because she defends and fights for women who need help. Ladies and gentlemen, Tiffany. And I would love to honor her. We just went to the gala last weekend. This is an incredible organization that helps women that are pregnant and in need, and they continue to follow those women through the rest of their lives and their children's lives. They don't give up on women. They stay with them. They love them forever. If you don't know Elisabeth House, the organization, you need to. And this lady's right here. Stand up for me. She started the organization like 25 years ago and has been running it, and it's an amazing, amazing work. So if you haven't said hi to her, be sure you go and talk to her afterwards. Our third nominee tonight is Ryan Hetrick. Two words that come to mind with Ryan are tenacious and compassionate. I have never seen anyone fight for a cause the way Ryan Hetrick has fought for autism recovery. If you don't know his online work with Restoring Balance Autism and his documentary that's going to come out hopefully later this year, you need to find it. Ryan discovered by working with young people on the spectrum that diet and medical issues needed to be addressed, and when that happened, recovery began to happen. Young people began to get words back when they didn't have words. They began to be able to control themselves, learn, grow. Ryan is a pioneer in autism recovery, and he's been working on this documentary for years, giving of his time, giving of his personal finances, and he is tenacious as all get out, and I am so proud of him and the work that he's done. His background is in behavioral health field with autism spectrum clients over 11 years. He's been working with people from ages 2 to 30. He is a neurocognitive and certified brain injury specialist. He's taught courses in acting, writing, and film editing for children and actors for autism. He's a health and nutrition coach. He works with teens on the autism spectrum. But what Ryan is Ryan is a friend. He's a friend to anyone who needs it. And what I love about this man is when I've called him, and when I was suffering from TBI in the last year and a half after a car accident, and I said, what can I do? Ryan gave me free information, free help. When I've called him about friends who have children on the spectrum, he's like, Ryan, they need some advice, they need some help. Ryan never says no. He never says no. He always gives away his information, his love, his knowledge. He's constantly researching, constantly growing, and constantly making the world a better place for all of us, and especially young people on the spectrum. Ryan Hetrick, everybody. So blessed. The fourth person we're going to honor tonight is Elisabeth Fenning. She works at Actors for Autism, and she's the program supervisor and the backbone of that program. She is the biggest advocate I know for young people on the spectrum. The program has a lot of amazing young people in it, and some of them are here tonight, and I love them all so much. I personally have hired at least 3 in the last year, and some of them work with me ongoing. But I have been able to work with these young people because of this woman, because Liz Fenning is an advocate. 2 words that come to mind with her is advocacy and mentorship. When I called and said, Liz, I need someone who can help me illustrate this children's book, I have an idea, I need it brought to life, she said, I know just the guy. When I called and said, I need a shooter who I can take into the field, who can help me with corporate clients and nonprofit work, she said, I know a guy. When I said, I need an editor for all these videos, who do you got? She said, I know a guy. She goes to bat for her young people, and not only does she connect me to them, but she supports them, and she advocates for them, and she helps them when we have to do difficult things. She helps them follow through projects to completion. And she never puts herself in the limelight, and she never gets the praise that she deserves. So tonight, I want to honor her. She spends hours on the phone coaching kids on the spectrum for interviews and auditions outside of work time. She puts together job fairs for AFA to help the kids who graduate from the AMVA program, from the tech program over there, to find jobs. She gives money regularly to an orphanage in Mexico, and you wouldn't know that if you didn't know her, but if you know her, you would know this. Not only does she give them money she doesn't have, because she works for a nonprofit, but she collects resources for them, and she drives it all the way to Mexico to drop it off and to give those kids hugs. This woman is the most giving person I know, and she's my best friend. Liz Fenning. She's also an actress, but you wouldn't know that from the way she runs away from the camera. Yeah, on top of that, guys, on top of a full-time job and all the extra stuff she does, she's an actress, and she's amazing. You've probably seen her and stuff and didn't know it. All right, so the next 2 people I'm going to honor tonight are young people that I've met through this woman. They are being honored because of their humanitarian work. Sometimes I hire them, I pay them, and we work together, and sometimes they give of their time and energy and talent simply because they're amazing young men, and they care for the world around them. The next person I want to honor is Patrick Doran.
Viva la Shadow!
Patrick are diligence, because he will follow any job through, no matter how long it takes and how many details, and joy, which you just saw. I've never been around this young man and not walked away feeling happier. He makes me happy. He makes the world a better place, and as you can see, he has a contagious joy, and he makes it such a joy to work with him. We have to communicate daily about the projects we're working on, and he's always happy and joyful and positive, and he also knows every fact known to man. He's on top of all the news. No matter what I need to know, Patrick knows if there's a holiday, a donut holiday or something. Yeah. He's like, today's croissant day. Get you one, bro. I'm like,
Yesterday was April Fool's Day.
He knows everything. I'm telling you, you need to know something, Pat knows. He's amazing. He's a graduate of the AMVA program. He's an editor primarily, although he has other skills. He's helped me shoot things as well. But the reason he's being honored tonight is because of his humanitarian work. I hire him weekly for corporate work, but he has volunteered his time to work on some nonprofit projects with me. And he's worked with me now, I think, on 3 natural disasters where we've done nonprofit work after. Pat has donated time to help edit those videos. And those videos are very important because they tell survivor stories. And I believe that there's something really important about recording those stories of people who've been through disaster and also the people who work after disaster. I think by learning from those stories, we can hopefully be more prepared next time. So a lot of times I'll go in after, bring resources, and shoot, and then I need someone like Pat to make those into stories that can live on. And Pat has done that. He's donated his time after the big Louisiana flood a few years ago, after Hurricane Harvey, and then in the recent wildfires in Northern California, we sent a team in, and he's been editing those stories. He's a joy to work with. He knows everything you want to know. Tonight we celebrate you, Patrick. He's so fun. Our sixth nominee tonight is Easton, and Easton is behind camera. Easton has become like a little brother to me for many reasons, but two words that come to mind when I think of Easton are flexible and multi-talented. This little guy right here, I have taken him after natural disasters. We've gone into areas where things were a little crazy, right? We went in after Hurricane Harvey, and I was like, dude, we're gonna be living in a van, sleeping on couches, it's gonna be nuts. You got this? He's like, I got it. We went to Northern California after the fires. We were in crazy conditions, and Easton has always been flexible. He's always been able to handle whatever I threw at him, even though it was crazy. And he is one of the most talented people I know. I remember after in Harvey, we were in this big passenger van. All right. That's great. But we were in this big passenger van after Hurricane Harvey, which the van had a blowout. It was a crazy trip. I mean, it was a crazy trip. And at one point, I looked in the front seat, and Easton had literally 3 devices going. He was navigating for our driver. He was like editing, and he was doing something with Facebook.
I was uploading stuff.
He was uploading stuff. I mean, he literally had 3 devices in his hands, and I was like, Easton! He's like, what? And I was like, you're not doing enough! And his face was like, what? And I was like, Easton, I've never seen anyone so tech savvy, so able to handle so many things at one time. He's incredible. Easton also is a huge heart, and he has a maturity beyond his years. I've done humanitarian aid for many, many years, and at the end of the Harvey trip, we stopped and we talked to this man on the side of the road, and I just was at my limit. And I had a mini breakdown on the side of the road, and it was Easton that talked me down. And he said, Shanna, we did what we could. And he helped me to get through those emotions, you know? And I just thought, this is not a young man, this is a man. And I'm so appreciative of his friendship, of his work. He has donated time to come and work these natural disasters with me. He bought his own ticket to come to Northern California because I couldn't afford to buy it. He came and he worked because he cares about people. And he's done an incredible job at everything he's ever put his hand to. And tonight I honor Easton. As you can see, I'm very lucky. I have incredible people in my life. So thank you for giving us the time to honor them tonight. We hope this is the start of other Lite Nites, and we'll open it up and maybe take your recommendations as to who you think should be honored. But I don't think in life that we celebrate enough, that we honor enough. You know, Liz was saying the other day that every win should be celebrated, and she's right. Even the little wins, guys. Sometimes we go through life and we're waiting for the big ones. But the little wins, you know, the little things that happen every day, every week, those are wins. Those are important, right? So I want to honor one more person tonight. This young man. So I had an idea, and I wanted to do this children's book, and I didn't know how to do it, and it just, when I was dealing with chronic pain really severely last year, I thought, I'm just going to distract myself. I can't work my normal day job, so I'm just going to do some of the creative things as I can that I've been putting off. And one of them was a little children's book idea. And I called Liz, of course, and I said, who you got? Who you got that can draw like little, you know, cats and stuff? She said, I know just the guy. Matt DeGaia is an incredible young man. Come on up, Matt. Worked with me, and we created a little children's book with illustrations that are absolutely lovely. And this is a prep copy. We're going to have more fancy versions, but I wanted to give you this first copy tonight of the book, and we can show them a little bit of your work. He is so talented. He had done a short film, and when I saw it, I knew this was the guy I wanted to hire because he understands animals, he understands people, and he understands the unique relationship between them. Matt is very intelligent. He gets what the book is about. The book is about girls becoming whatever it is that they want to be. Who knows, she says, maybe the cat wants to be me. So throughout our book, our little girl is trying trying on being a cat. But at the end, she realizes she can be whatever she wants to be. And Matt got that. And he understands that people should be able to choose their vision, choose their future, choose their passion, no matter what things they have to overcome to get there. And he's been an incredible ally in this process. We've had so much fun, laughing, giggling, designing these characters, and we've had just such a great time. And just so you guys know, Matt also designed our logo tonight.
Nice.
Because he normally does illustrations, and he had to work really hard, extra hard. The team stepped up, Liz stepped up to help him get it done. But I'm really, really proud of this young man. So I wanted to give him a certificate of excellence tonight for being so wonderful. So the book's going to be available at some point, and we'd love for you to take a look at it. We're also doing a digital online copy that you could put on the iPad and show a little child. It'll have voiceover and sound effects, or you can turn that off and read it to them yourself. But I appreciate this young man so much, and I want to encourage all of you. Most of you are already advocates for people of all talents. But if you haven't, reach outside the normal list of people and consider those that have special gifts. I think in our society we sometimes underestimate the power of people. We underestimate their talents. And we shouldn't do that. We should look at everybody and give them the opportunity to do whatever their passion is. And I know most of you already believe that, or you wouldn't be here tonight. So thank you so much for being here. I want to say thank you to our corporate sponsors, to Jim Life Financial. My husband's company is a financial advisor here in Pasadena. He always stands behind us. For hosting us. To the all of Pasadena who gave all of our nominees those beautiful little gift packs. Jeff Music, who's going to give us some wonderful music after we're done tonight. And to Michael Whitehurst Photography. Michael, thank you for being here.
I take her everywhere with me.
So we're gonna bring the ceremony to a close, but the party's just starting. There's cupcakes, there's fruit and cheese and wine. The cash bar's open. We're gonna take more pictures. I'd love for all my nominees to bring your award and meet us over here so we can take a group shot. But guys, feel free to mingle. Feel free to enjoy each other, get to know each other, because you're here because you're some of the most special people we know. And I'd love you guys to connect with each other as much as possible. Thank you so much for being here.